pleasure of discussing with Didier Balkan, Speedwell founder and CEO. Hi Didier, and thank you for accepting our invitation to talk. First things first, how would you describe your company, Speedwell?
Hi Alina, very nice to be here. Speedwell is in fact a European real estate developer. We have our financing that we attract from Belgium, but we develop all our projects in Romania. We do that with a brilliant team of now 57 qualified professionals, and we like to call ourselves a one-stop shop. So everything we need to do real estate development we do in-house, starting with finance, legal, the property management, the project management and architecture, and also the commercialization, so both the sales and leasing. We do that now for an asset value of close to €1 billion, of which 80% is allocated to residential real estate, 15% to offices and 5% to a new branch that we started in light industrial.
Now, at IVC, we always look at the underlying reasons behind every digital implementation, and you are one of the main drivers of this project. So, what you can tell us about the real needs behind contacting Cegeka for this software development project?
Well, on a general note, it always frustrated me a little bit personally that real estate is a very conservative business. So I think on many levels there is room for digitalization to move us ahead of building, let's say, the same way that the Romans and the Egyptians were building. Then specifically here for the program we developed, which we called Kibbut, it has a name in the meantime. It was based on an Excel-based formula, which we developed over 15 years in-house and actually did the job. But as the projects grew, there were more and more people also using the program. And then we noticed that people were trying to change and put their own implementation, which obviously was not the goal, since the outcome also changed. Then we started looking into the market. We actually spent about 5 years looking for a product that we could buy off the shelf, also checking with colleagues what they were using. And we came to the conclusion that actually everybody was looking for the same thing. So there was no on-the-shelf or off-the-shelf solution. And that's why we got in touch with Cegeka to actually develop it ourselves from the start with the intention to commercialize it if it works well.
So it took 15 years to realize and develop it in-house, and then you realize that it's a, let's say, a momentum of change. How you will describe in few words the solution that you were looking for?
In simple words, it's a digital tool to monitor and report on the cost and revenues of a project. Doesn't even need to be a real estate project, and extract at all times the main KPIs that drive our business, which is return on investment, return on equity and IRR, the internal rate of return.
Cegeka took over the application development process for the budgeting system used in-house by Speedwell, a core component of controlling costs for their real estate developing business. The final solution is a web-based application developed on Java and React and hosted using cloud technology. However, the tricky part is always finding the optimal balance between costs, requirements, and time. Cegeka attributes the success of their project to the foundation phase, which they always use to start agile implementations.
The foundation phase is a proprietary methodology developed by us here at Cegeka. Its aim is to explore the business needs of a customer for which the answer is a software solution, define how the solution should work, and do that before the execution of the project. We think of it as the key success factor for our projects. This phase allows for both Cegeka and the customer to be in direct and close contact through a series of workshops, brainstorming sessions, and exploratory meetings. The end result is an overview of the business drivers, together with the high-level scope of the application, including the functional, non-functional requirements, technological choices, and of course a list of risks with associated mitigations, and a complete budget estimate as well.
An application is like a house. The longer you live with it, the better you understand and see its value. So I wanted to ask you how you can tell us about the benefits of the new application that brought to your organization.
Actually, the development itself already brought added value, because if you develop it together with an external party not specialized in real estate, it forces you to think about the application. So during the development process itself, we started adding features, and now we have something which is actually foolproof, so to say, so the users cannot modify things themselves, and we extract very objective data. The added value is that there is lots of data within the program, and we can, by easily modifying the dashboard, extract it and present it in different ways.
As always, starting out is different from where you land. Both Speedwell and Cegeka had their fair share of challenges throughout this project, as they needed to digitally transform a core process for the customer. Cegeka uses a consultancy mindset to overcome typical challenges in every project.
One of the challenges was the fact that we had to re-engineer the interaction between users and the application. It usually happens that the customer wants for business processes to be translated as is in new application. This doesn't work. Digital transformation is about finding new ways of doing things that should be more efficient. Our job is to find the best way to implement an activity and convince the customer that's the best approach for him.
There are a lot of organizations which are struggling to find the right partner. So how you made the decision to choose Cegeka?
The way we look for partners, and I'm using the word partner, is in fact not different for an IT application as it is in our real estate business. Since there are always problems down the road in whatever you do, and if there is an issue, it's mainly a human issue, it's never a technical issue. So the choice of the right partner is crucial, and we had a previous cooperation with Cegeka and felt that the culture, the interhuman respect was there, and equally like we're looking for it within Speedwell, so that match was there on a human level, and that was the main trigger to do it. On top of that, they have a long history, Cegeka, and we wanted to be sure, once we further developed the program, that we had an existing company and not a startup that may still or may not be there a few years later on our side.